Hey everyone, welcome to Chosen and Precious Farm. My name is Karen and today I'm going to be making a video on harvesting and making elderberry syrup. Right here next to me I have elderberry plants that are growing wild on my property here that I had recently discovered, and we're just going to harvest these and I'll show you what recipe I am using to make my own elderberry syrup. You helping me? Yeah? Stay close to me, Bruno. All right, of course, it's coming from the wild, so you're gonna see bugs in it, which I already see a ton of, but don't worry about the bugs. This is how much I picked. Look at that. Last time I picked, I think, a little bit less than this, and I had about 2 cups worth of elderberries. So look at that, so much. Like, these are really, really ripe. Wow. Can't believe I've got so many. So because of all the bugs, I decided to come do this outside. That way I can limit the amount of bugs I get in my house. So here we go. Gotta hydrate. All right, so I am just gonna take each little, each little group, and I'm going to pick off all of the berries like this. That way I have just the berries. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible so that I don't break the berries. That way the berries are just nice and whole. Since there are bugs in this, obviously some bugs are going to end up in my bowl, but I am going to wash the berries and I'm going to make sure I get all the bugs out. Okay, there was one cluster, and look at how many I got from the one cluster. Nice. So I'm just going to toss that to the grass. Okay, there goes 2 clusters. Ciao. All right, so this is the amount of elderberries that I was able to get. I put them in a gallon bag so I can put in the refrigerator, and I'm ready to process these now. These are fresh elderberries, so the recipe that I'm going to use is the one from Roots and Refuge Farm. they used dried elderberries. I've done this recipe before with the fresh elderberries, and I don't know that there's a difference. But let's see how many cups I can get out of this. I wrote it down real quick just so that I knew what I was doing. For every 3/4 cup of elderberries, I'm going to use 3 cinnamon sticks. I only have cinnamon powder, so we'll see what it's that. 2 tablespoons of ginger, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 3½ cups of water, and 1 cup of honey for every 3/4 cup of elderberries. So I'm gonna measure out how many 3/4 cups I have in order to do this recipe. Okay, I have my 3/4 cup measuring spoon, so let's see how many I have in this bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and a little bit less. This is not a full thingy, so I'm gonna say I have 9, and I'm not gonna put this in. So I have 9. Now I don't think I have that much honey, so let me see how much honey I have, and then I'll just make what I have versus the honey. Okay, I have 24 and 12. I have 36 ounces of honey, which means I have 4½ cups of honey. And since I need to use 1 cup of honey for every 3/4 cup, I need to only use 4½ is basically 4½ of the little cups that I did in here, and I have 9 in here. So I need to take out some. Okay, so I left 4½ of the 3/4 cups in here because that's how much honey I have. And so now I need to multiply the rest of this by 4½. The rest of the elderberries I put back in my bag, and I'm going to freeze this. Okay, so the recipe says that I need to do 2 tablespoons of ginger for every 3/4. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of ginger 4½ times. One, 2, 3, 4 and half. Okay. And this is just, doesn't have to be exact, so I'm just gonna go based off of that, okay? All right, it says I need 1 teaspoon of clove, so I'm gonna put 4½. 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2. Okay, I have added the water, and I'm just gonna stir to mix in the stuff. I need to bring this up to a boil, and then once it's boiled, I will turn the heat down to a simmer and let this simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. Smells really good. Something I forgot to mention about elderberries, especially if you're picking them raw, or if you're getting them raw, they are toxic if eaten raw, so you do have to cook it down, and that's the reason why we are cooking it down for so long. Okay, it's hard to tell, but it is boiling now. Okay, I don't want it to boil over, so I need to turn this heat down real quick. Okay, so it is down to a simmer now. So I'm just going to lightly cover it and let this simmer for 45 minutes. All right, it has been about 50 minutes, and as you can see, it has reduced from here to there. I am going to turn it off and let it cool, and then I will start straining it. I've strained out the berries here, the juice here. I'm running the juice through a cloth strainer to get as much of the small pulp out to make it as smooth as possible. I didn't do this the first few times, and I did taste the graininess in the syrup, so I want to try this time. And of course, if you can tell, I've made a mess in this kitchen already. Now I'm using a knife in here just to kind of separate the pulp from the cloth so that it does strain, because it's getting thick in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add both of these. out of that one. Make these things so hard to open. And I'm going to do the same with this bottle. I have this bottle that I'm going to fill up. Hey, baby. Bruno, you want to be the star of the show? I'm filming something. Okay, back up. Wait. Okay. Wait. Sit down. All right, it's been a few months since I filmed everything that you just saw. We did manage to get 2 full bottles of these and 1 small bottle. Hold on, let me show you. And 1 small bottle of these. This is all I have left right now. We have been drinking this since, as you can tell, we've probably been drinking it a lot since we had 2 full bottles of these and 1 of these, and this is all we have left. Flavor wise, it is really good. The thing you taste the most is the ginger and the honey. I think going down it feels very well. It does burn a little bit because of the ginger, I think, but it tastes really well. It has preserved really well as well. It's been about 3 months since I made this and it is still fresh, so that is good to know as well. I still have some elderberry that I freezed, which is the same amount that you saw me put in the freezer a little bit earlier. That elderberry I am planning on using to make a tincture with that elderberry, and also I would really love to try to make some elderberry gummies, which I think will be very interesting to make as well. This bottle right here is from IKEA. I kept the tag on this one so that I can know how much it holds, but it doesn't say how much it holds here, so I looked it up online, and online it says it holds 34 ounces. So in total, I got a little bit more than about 70 ounces, including one of these. I would say I got close to 75 to 80 ounces of elderberry using the recipe quadrupled, or 4.5 times that I used. I hope you try it at home. I feel like every time that I've had this, that I've felt a little bit sick, like my throat was a little itchy or anything like that, I just took a little bit of it and it made me feel like I was not going to get sick. So that was my first ever experience with elderberry, which was very interesting. You know, usually you just go to the store and get yourself a cough syrup or something to make you feel better, and going the natural way with this I think was quite a success for me. My husband has been drinking this like if it was soda. What he'll do is he'll take like his dose and mix it with water and drink it like a juice or something like that, which works for him as well. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for following along. I do have other videos that you can catch up on that'll be clickable on the next slide, and God bless you. Once again, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of us, there are some videos here you can click. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you are notified whenever we upload our next video. God bless.